good morning or good evening. I hope you are all always well. I'm Lulu. These are my daily stories. I hope you share the happiness with every adventure I have with my friend Marshmallow. Here we go. It all began when Lulu decided to clean under her bed. This, in itself, was already an adventure. She had not ventured beneath that dusty abyss since the great crayon avalanche of last spring. Armed with a flashlight, a broom, and Marshmallow, who refused to wear a helmet, Lulu crawled under with determination. There were the usual suspects: orphaned puzzle pieces, a half-eaten gummy bear, possibly sentient, a yo-yo that had tangled itself into retirement, and a sock. A truly terrible sock. It was yellowish, possibly greenish. It looked like it had once been part of a science experiment. Or maybe was a science experiment. Lulu picked it up with 2 fingers and gagged. Ew! Why does it smell like pickled onions and old gym class? Marshmallow hissed and backed away, his nose twitching furiously. Then the sock glowed. Okay, Lulu whispered, eyes wide. Either it's radioactive, or it's magical. And I didn't hear any Geiger counter clicks. The sock shimmered brighter. A sparkly mist puffed from its toe. Then, a deep and mysterious voice boomed from nowhere, "You have found the sock of wishes. One wish. Use it well. Do not wash me." Lulu and Marshmallow froze. Did the sock just talk? Lulu asked. Marshmallow shrugged and batted at it like it owed him rent. Lulu held it up carefully. Only one wish. We have to think carefully. She and Marshmallow spent the rest of the day considering all the possibilities: unlimited chocolate chip cookies. Tempting. A bouncy castle in her bedroom? Very tempting. Turning into a cloud so she could float over school and rain glitter on math class? Extremely tempting. But then Marshmallow sat on her notebook and meowed 3 times. Lulu looked at the doodle underneath his fluffy bottom. It was a picture she'd drawn a week ago, herself and Marshmallow riding a flying bike through the stars with a basket full of cheese. Space adventures, she whispered. Marshmallow purred in agreement. Lulu held up the sock and cleared her throat. I wish, she said slowly, for a magical flying bike that takes us into space and brings us back for dinner. The sock vibrated. It made a very unpleasant squelch sound. Then, boom! A flash of light. A gust of wind. And sitting on her bedroom carpet was a bike. It had rocket boosters on the back. A bubble glass dome over the handlebars. Star stickers that shimmered. And a woven basket filled with snacks labeled "Zero Gravity Cheese Puffs." Lulu squealed. Marshmallow jumped into the basket like he'd trained for this his whole life. The moment Lulu climbed on, the bike shot out the window, leaving behind sparkles, a puff of confetti, and a very startled squirrel in the tree outside. They soared past clouds, past airplanes, past the moon, who gave them a sleepy wave. Then they zoomed into a galaxy of color, purple stars, blue suns, planets shaped like jelly beans. Marshmallow squeaked in delight as they zoomed through a ring made entirely of space marshmallows. They met a meteor who told riddles, avoided a grumpy comet, and landed briefly on a planet where gravity worked sideways and everyone wore socks on their heads. After many adventures, Lulu looked at her space watch and gasped. "Dinner's in 20 minutes." The bike beeped twice, turned itself around, and zoomed home like a comet with a curfew. They crash-landed into Lulu's backyard just as Mom called out, "Dinner's ready." Marshmallow leapt off the bike, dragging a tiny alien squeaky toy he'd smuggled aboard. Lulu looked at the magical sock, which now lay quietly on her desk, its glow faded. "Thanks, Stink Sock," she whispered. "You were disgusting, but awesome." That night, as Lulu curled into bed, Marshmallow curled beside her with a space cookie in his mouth. She whispered sleepily, "One sock. One wish. One unforgettable adventure." Then she added, "Next time, though, maybe a wish that doesn't smell like feet."